Hey guys, good evening. I hope all of you are doing well, and we are going to go on to our next topic today. If you remember, we are doing chemical reactions and equations under CBSE Chemistry Class 10, and today we are going to move on to our next topic. Let's see what all do we have today in our class. I hope you're ready with your pens and pencils. So what all do we have today is we are going to do the chemical equations, right? Now, this is, one topic everybody is very scared of, how to write a chemical equation, how to balance a chemical equation. So we are going to do all of this. Today we are going to do chemical equations and symbols and valencies and how to write the formulae. Okay, you've done this in class 9 as well, but we are going to do it in class 10 also. So we are going to do today chemical equations. What are chemical equations? What are word equations? What are symbol equations? And we are also going to do names and symbols of some common elements. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Now, when we're talking of any chemical equation is just a statement, right? So it's a statement which is used in chemistry to represent a chemical reaction. That what is happening if we are reacting the reactants which are written on the left hand side. There's certain changes which are taking place in the reactants to give us products which are written on the left hand side. So this is what a chemical equation is, right? So we can describe it with the help of a statement that, for example, if we are reacting lead nitrate and potassium iodide, so we can just put a statement that when silver nitrate solution reacts with potassium iodide solution, lead iodide and potassium nitrate is going to be formed. This is also known as word equation. So we can put it this ways: lead nitrate plus potassium iodide to give us lead iodide plus potassium nitrate. So this is an example of a word equation. The ones components which are written towards the left, these are known as reactants, and the components which are written towards the right hand side, these are known as the products. So a chemical reaction that will give us, a chemical equation will give us a description of the chemical reaction which is taking place. Okay, now over here, substances, as I just told you, which are undergoing a chemical change, they are the reactants which are written on the left hand side, and the new substances which are formed during the reaction, they are known as the products which are written on the right hand side. Okay, in between we are putting a sign of an arrow. Sometimes equal sign is also given. Now the reactants, they are written on the left hand side when we will do the balancing. This is the term LHS which we are going to use, and there is a plus sign in between, and the ones which are written on the right hand side, that is the products, that is known as the RHS, right? And here also you can see that between two products there is going to be a plus sign. Now what are symbol equations? When we're talking of symbol equations, this is a shorter and popular way for representing chemical equations. So these are known as what? These are known as the symbol equations. Whenever you are writing any equation, the word equation, that is a very long format, and it requires a lot of time, it's going to waste a lot of time. So what we do is that we convert it into symbol equations. Okay, so this way we can make the chemical equation more concise and useful if we are using symbols and chemical formulae instead of words. Like if you're writing any symbol equation that we are burning magnesium in oxygen to give us magnesium oxide. Okay, so the word equation should be magnesium plus oxygen to give us magnesium oxide. Right? So you've already learned this in class 9, but it's just a recapitulation which we are doing over here. Therefore, we can define the chemical equation as a shorthand representation shorthand representation of a chemical change in terms of symbols and formulae. Okay, so we've taken an example on the top. So we're taking the symbols and formulae of the substances which are used. Now, if we have an equation like Na2CO3 plus H2SO4 to give us Na2SO4 plus H2CO3. So this is a symbol equation which is telling us that sodium carbonate is reacting with sulfuric acid to give us sodium sulfate and carbonic acid. Right? Now, how do you write a chemical equation or a symbol equation? So there are a few steps which I am going to tell you in order to help you to write a chemical equation. Now, for writing a chemical equation, you should keep the following points in mind. Number one, the symbols and formulae of reacting substances, that is reactants, they are written on the left hand side. And if there are more than one reactant, then you put a positive sign in between them, right? And the symbols of the products or formulae of the products, they are written on the right hand side. Again, if there are more than one product which is there, so then you have to put a positive sign in between. Number two, there is an arrow sign between the reactants and the products. Between the reactants and the products, right? For example, if you're writing over here a reaction between zinc and sulfuric acid, so this is going to give us zinc sulfate plus H2. So of course these are going to be the reactants, and these are going to be the products. Now over here it is very essential for a reaction to be balanced. So let's understand what are balanced and unbalanced reactions. Of course, we'll do the balancing of chemical reactions in a different topic, but over here I'm just giving you an idea of what a balanced and unbalanced reaction is. Now, let's say that we are considering any equation Zn plus H2SO4 giving us ZnSO4 plus H2. Okay. A balanced chemical equation means that the number of elements on both the sides, that is the left hand side and the right hand side, should be same. That is a balanced chemical equation. And always while we are doing chemistry, our reactions need to be balanced. If they are not balanced, you have to balance them, right? So that's a different topic which I'm going to take with you, how to balance chemical equations. But over here, let's see whether this is balanced or not. So we have one zinc over here, we have two hydrogens, we have one sulfur, and we have four oxygens. Let's go on to the right hand side. We have one zinc, we have one sulfur, we have four oxygens, and we have two hydrogens. So you can see over here that the number of elements on both the sides, they are same. Therefore, this is going to be a balanced chemical reaction. If we are taking another reaction, magnesium plus oxygen, to give us MgO. So on the left hand side there is one magnesium and there are two oxygen. And on the right hand side we have one magnesium and one oxygen. So the oxygens are not balanced. Therefore, this is an unbalanced chemical reaction or equation. Okay, now comes the very important part. In order to write any chemical reaction, it is very important for you to know the symbols, right? Number one. And number two, in order to make the formulae, you should know the valencies. So these are the two things which should be on your tips. You've done this in class 9, but I would like to do it with you once again, because a lot of students, they have a lot of difficulty in making formulae. तो अगर हम लोग नेम्स और सिंबल्स करते हैं तो हम लोग अल्फ़ाबेटिकली, मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, एल्यूमिनियम, which is Al, argon, Ar, barium, Ba, boron, B, bromine, Br, let's go to C, calcium, Ca, carbon, C, chlorine, Cl, copper, Cu, cobalt, Co. Okay, then we are going to F, fluorine, F, gold, Au, hydrogen, H, helium, He, iodine, I, iron, Fe, then we have lead, Pb, magnesium, Mg, manganese, Mn, neon, Ne, nitrogen, nitrogen is going to be N. So we're just moving forward. So now, over here when you're looking at the formulae of or the symbols of various substances of different elements, what you can see is that we generally take the first letter and the second letter, right? Sometimes, like for example, if you're taking iron, iron is not you can say it is not collaborating with the element, right? So iron is, we starting with I but we are taking Fe. So in certain cases we are also taking the names from the Greek words, right? So it is very important for you to memorize all of these, right? So this is just a recapitulation of your class 9. You should know all the symbols, which is very, very, very important, right? So you can see over here, like when you're taking aluminium, so aluminium is Al, we're taking the first and the second letter. Argon, we are taking Ar, first and the second letter. Barium, Ba, first and the second letter. Boron, only the first one. Bromine, first and the second letter, bromine. So calcium, Ca, first and the second letter. Carbon is just the first letter. Chlorine, C and L. Okay. Copper, C and U. Because we cannot take cobalt and copper the same, cuprum is the word from which Cu has been derived. Then you have cobalt, which is Co, fluorine is F, gold is Au from aurum. Aurum is the Greek word which is used for gold. Then hydrogen is H, helium is He, iodine is I, iron is Fe from the word ferrum. Okay. Lead is plumbum. Magnesium Mg, manganese Mn, neon is Ne, and nitrogen is going to be N. Okay. So I'm just moving on to the next slide. Just give me a little 2 seconds. Okay. So the next is nitrogen, which is taken as N. Then we have nickel, which is taken as Ni. We have oxygen, which is taken as O. We have platinum, which is taken as Pt. Potassium, which is taken as K. Silicon, Si. Sodium is Na. Sulfur is S. Then we have tin, which is Sn. We have uranium, which is U, and we have zinc, which is Zn. Now there are certain, whenever you're making a formula formula is made by charged ions. So whenever a formula is made, we have a negatively charged and a positively charged ion which are going to combine together to form a formula. So we will also discuss about the formula किसी और टॉपिक में, पर तब तक आपको ये सारे आयंस जो हैं उसके ऊपर क्या चार्ज होता है वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. तो हम लोग अभी कर रहे हैं मोनो एटमिक आयंस which are positively charged. Mono atomic का क्या मतलब हुआ कि mono means one, so it is going to have only one atom, right? So +1 charge वाले जो हैं हमारे पास है हाइड्रोजन H positive ion, सोडियम Na positive ion, पोटेशियम K positive ion, क्यूपरस Cu positive. तो you will see कि कॉपर जो है उसकी दो डिफरेंट चार्जेस है. सो जिसके ऊपर छोटा चार्ज होता है उसको हम अस लिखते हैं. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी क्यूपरस, राइट. देन यू हैव Hg पॉजिटिव. दिस इज अगेन दिस इज गोइंग टू हैव टू चार्जेस. सो दिस इज मर्क्यूरस. एंड देन यू हैव सिल्वर विच इज Ag पॉजिटिव. फिर +2 चार्जेस वाले हमारे पास आ गए Cu2 पॉजिटिव. So you can see that copper के पास Cu positive भी है, Cu2 positive भी है. This is ic. जब बड़ा चार्ज होता है तो हम लोग क्या लगाते हैं? ic. So this is cupric. Then we have barium, calcium, again mercuric, Hg2 positive. This is mercuric. Cobalt, nickel. Iron has again 2, so Fe2 positive, which is generally written like this, Fe2. So this is going to be ferrous. Right? Then you have magnesium, manganese, zinc, lead. Now Pb also has 2 charges, so the less one is going to be plumbous. Alright, then we have ions with +3 charge. So let us see what are these ions. So I hope you've understood that what is us. Us means if there are any एटम्स जिनके ऊपर दो डिफरेंट चार्जेस है. जैसे कॉपर आप देख लो कि Cu पॉजिटिव भी एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है, Cu2 पॉजिटिव भी एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है. तो जिसके ऊपर छोटा चार्ज होता है उसको हम अस लगाते हैं और जिसके ऊपर बड़ा चार्ज होता है उसको हम इक लगाते हैं. ठीक है. उसी तरह से मर्क्यूरस एंड मर्क्यूरिक. सो वी हैव डन Fe2 पॉजिटिव एज फेरस, तो वी विल डू फेरिक. इन अ सिमिलर मैनर वी विल ऑल्सो डू प्लम्बिक. ओके. सो +3 चार्ज गाइज. We have aluminium, Al3 positive. Now ferric, Fe3 positive. So Fe3 positive is ferric. Okay. Chromium, Cr3 positive. Bismuth, Bi3 positive. Okay. Then we go on to +4 charge. +4 charge पे हमारे पास आता है plumbic, Pb4 positive. So this is plumbic. And we have platinum which is Pt4 positive. Right? So ये सारे simple हमारे पास ions हैं, monoatomic ions हैं जो कि positively charged हैं. अब अगर हम लोग negatively charged पे चलें, again I am going to consider first of all monoatomic ions which are negatively charged. Which is negatively charged. ठीक है. तो -1 चार्ज हम ले रहे हैं फ्लोराइड, F नेगेटिव. अब फ्लोरीन से अगर वो नेगेटिव बन जाता है 1 नेगेटिव तो वो क्या हो गया? आइड. ओके. उसी तरह से क्लोराइड, ब्रोमाइड, आयोडाइड एंड हाइड्राइड. अगर हमारे पास -2 चार्ज है, so -2 charge is sulfide, IDE, okay, and oxide which is O2 negative. -3 charge is phosphide, P3 negative, and we have nitride which is N3 negative. आइड, इन सब के आगे हम लोग क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? द वर्ड सफिक्स आइज, आइड. This is the suffix which we are using. Okay, now if we are going to go on to polyatomic ions. So polyatomic ions, they are also known as complex ions because उनके पास more than one atom present रहता है. So if you're doing polyatomic ions, polyatomic ions में +1 चार्ज में हमारे पास आता है NH4 पॉजिटिव. सॉरी, सो 4 आपका इसमें नीचे आएगा, NH4 पॉजिटिव. दिस इज अमोनियम आयन. -1 चार्ज में हमारे पास आ जाता है हाइड्रोक्साइड, बाइकार्बोनेट, नाइट्रेट, acetate. Once again, this is hydroxide, बाइकार्बोनेट. जब भी हाइड्रोजन एक लग गया है आपके पास कार्बोनेट आयन के साथ या सल्फेट आयन के साथ, सो उसे हम बाइकार्बोनेट, बाई बुला देंगे, और उसको हम बाइसल्फेट. सो दिस इज बाइकार्बोनेट. नाइट्रेट, एसीटेट, ठीक है. फिर हमारे पास आ जाता है -2 चार्ज. -2 चार्ज वाले हमारे पास आ गए कार्बोनेट, सल्फाइट. सी नाउ देयर आर लेस नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन्स. अगर लेस नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन्स होते हैं तो उसमें हम लोग वर्ड लगा देते हैं आइट. सो दिस इज कार्बोनेट. लेस नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इज गोइंग टू बी सल्फाइट. डोंट कंफ्यूज बिटवीन सल्फाइड एंड सल्फाइट. सल्फाइड आपने देखा, दैट इज ओनली S2 नेगेटिव. ओके, सो दिस इज सल्फाइट, ITE. यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो ना, सल्फाइड विच इज S2 नेगेटिव. सो ये हमारे पास क्या है? दिस इज सल्फाइट. अब अगर नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन हम इंक्रीज कर देते हैं बच्चों, SO4 2 नेगेटिव, तो वो 8 बन जाता है. सो ये क्या हो गया? सल्फेट, राइट. फिर हमारे पास आ जाता है क्रोमेट, and we have dichromate. Then we go on to the ones which have -3 charge. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास है phosphate. We have phosphite. अब देखो नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन्स क्या हो जाएंगे? कम ना, आइट में कम हो गए ना. वेरी गुड. सो ये आपके पास आ गया फॉस्फाइट. देन यू हैव बोरेट. फिर हमारे पास आ गया फॉस्फाइड. अब फॉस्फाइड और नाइट्राइड जो है -3 चार्ज वाले हैं, मोनो एटमिक है, विच वी हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन. सो अब यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन आर मोर, तो 8 लगेगा. ये आ गया आपके पास फॉस्फेट. और ये हमारे पास क्या आ गया? नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन आर लेस, तो ये क्या आ गया? फॉस्फाइट. और ये क्या आ गया हमारे पास? दिस इज बोरेट. राइट. सो आई होप यू एंजॉयड टुडेज क्लास. अब हम लोग कल फॉर्मूला लिखना सीखेंगे कि किस तरह से हम लोग फॉर्मूला लिखते हैं. एंड एट द सेम टाइम हम लोग बैलेंसिंग ऑफ केमिकल इक्वेशंस, अपने नेक्स्ट वाले टॉपिक जो हमारा होगा, दैट इज बैलेंसिंग ऑफ केमिकल इक्वेशंस. So you stay tuned, and I shall see you very, very soon.